Hey everybody, this is Solider. We are going to be making some shorts today, or at least a short, at least one. I'm thinking maybe two, depending on how much time it takes. I've only done this a couple of times, so we'll be learning a lot today, if nothing else. Give me just a minute here as I am making sure I have said videos I'm looking for, and then we will be golden. Okay, so do I have the videos? Where did I put them? I thought I had this all set up and I was wrong. Normal for me, I suppose. Okay, I know I put them in this directory, but did I get the right ones? Of course not. That would be just convenient. Alright, so let's go download those clips then. Yeah, we will get that done. Actually, did I stick it in the videos category on accident? I might have done that.
The mount recover.
Let's see. Oh, that was a playthrough of Path of Exile 2. Might use that, but that's not really what I'm after. I did.
And
Nope. Nope. That's not it either. What about this one? Nope. That's Baldur's Gate 3. So that's not it. Darn it. I must not have downloaded it like I thought. Well, that's okay. We will get this taken care of. So I should still have it pretty close. Yeah, here it is. Just download that, get that started. I'll make sure I'm not missing it. Yeah. Raw video, there it is. Huh. It didn't save it for some reason. That's okay, we're downloading it now, so hopefully we'll get that. And then I also want to get this other dredge footage from a couple days ago. Let's see if I can get that one going too, because it would be nice if I can download both of those. Can I see the download progress on these, or am I just gonna have to just wait? That is the question. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, or maybe we can play the game first for a little bit and then we'll come back to this. It just depends. But it was going well there for a moment. How do I tell if this is done? Usually there's a download page or something. Let's take a look. There it is. Okay, it's downloading quick enough. It'll be downloaded in about 2 to 3 minutes. The other one's going to take about 10 minutes, but that's fine. So what I did for these videos, or for these shorts, is I try to remember like key moments, and usually I write these down as to when they occur in my streams, so that I know to look back at them again, so I can kind of pick them up. There was a scene in the Dredge playthrough that I'm downloading right now where, I thought I was going to see a neighborly ship, and it turned out to be a something completely different. And I thought that would be kind of fun to capture as a short. The other part, or the other little video that I was going to put together was a short from when we played Killer Clowns from Outer Space with the collab, and maybe tag a few of the fellow creators in it in the short. But these are the idea behind these shorts that I wanted to convey is, one, just to learn how to make them. I haven't actually done this before. Well, it's not that I haven't done it before. I've only started doing them. I actually kind of did one once just to see if I could get the process down and actually do it in a fairly reasonable amount of time for this type of content where I'm streaming me doing it live. Now, The very first time I did this, it took me roughly 4 hours to learn how to make a 1-minute video, but that was also me learning how to use this software called Kdenlive that you see here right now. And Kdenlive is a open source video editor. I don't know how good it is compared to others. I used to use Premiere like way back in the day, and I am sure that that thing has evolved tremendously since I last used it. But you know, I'm not a big fan of paying large sums of money for software that I only use once in a while. Maybe if, you know, editing really becomes something of a passion of mine, I might consider picking it up. But for now, I just want to get something that I could just kind of use and kind of play around with my level of editing skills, which is non-existent really. All right, so we just finished downloading that Dredge playthrough. Let's go ahead and pull this into here. Certainly I stuck it in the correct video place this time. Yes, okay. This is Dredge Part 2. And we are going to throw... Oh, well, it helps if I get this open to the right thing. So when you use Kdenlive, I have to throw everything here into this project bin that I'm going to use in my thing. So I'm going to throw this video in here so we can start loading it in. And it shouldn't take too long. This is a fairly short video. And we're going to see if we can't find that specific part we need. You know, I don't really know a whole lot about editing, but what I do know, let's see, switch the clip Dredge Part 2 money, 730, 30 frames per second. No, I don't want to switch it to that because I want 1080. And you'll see why here in a second. Hey, how's it going, Heimdall? I know I like open source too, but fresh sauce is better. Maybe just a little bit. How you doing today, bud? All right, so the first thing I gotta do is I gotta switch this to a short format. And now I gotta remember how to do this because this was not as straightforward as I remembered. I think it was project, and I had to go to what? It was project settings, I believe. Yes, and then I had to select the proper settings. Now, all the shorts, all they did with shorts is basically rotate the screen 90 degrees. So we just come down here to where we get to a 1080p vertical HD. Here it is, the vertical HD. I'm going 30 frames per second, which is a 1080 by 1920, 9:16 ratio, 30 frames per second, and that is what we're going to change this to. And that's fine. This is how we want this format to be. Yeah, sure. We'll save the change, and I am going to throw this into my raw video folder, and we will call this Angler, and you'll see why soon enough. All right, so we'll save that off. All right, so now it changes the format to the short format, which is this wonderful, you know, square. Now you see that this kind of screws up my video a little bit here, but what we're going to do is once this is done loading here, actually we could probably even load this in before it's done loading. It'll probably allow us to do that. It's just going to load at the same time that we're putting this together. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to have an effect, and this is called the transform effect. And this transform effect is going to allow us to do a lot of things with this video. So you'll notice on the right here, this is what's going to actually end up being published in the project. It immediately takes the video and compresses it to what it would need to be able to fit. That's how it transforms it, right? So usually good if a sauce is open, a closed one no one can get to. Well, yeah, but then you could just open it. I'm just saying. I like fresh sauce. Hot off the press. All right. Now, what we're going to have to end up doing eventually is just moving this transform into specific keyframes. Now I'm going to go ahead and just add a keyframe just so I can kind of reference where I'm going to start. So like this is how the thing will start, and then this keyframe is going to indicate when I'm going to want to start the frame to move. So maybe I want to start out here so people can kind of get to see the full picture. I don't really recommend this for a phone, but you know, it is an option, I suppose. In certain cases it could be useful. But what I'm going to do is I am going to zoom this in. Now I'm going to start from this keyframe, which is the very beginning, right? And what we're going to do is we are going to, if I remember correctly here, we will scale the width because the height is not going to change. And I think it was like, I don't know, let's try 3,000. Nope. That's 300, not what I was thinking here. There's 3,000. So you can see we're getting a little bit better, but now we're going to have to move the X position a little bit so we can get the center of the screen. Now, we could bring this back just a little bit. Well, that did a little bit different than what I was expecting, but that's all right. Bring it back just a little bit so we can get a little bit more of the screen. But you'll notice that if I want to get like the full set of the screen, you know, as I make this smaller so you can see more of the center, you're going to have these black lines on the top and bottom. I try to avoid these as much as possible. One of the things I've been able to do, let's see, where was it? You can click on these little icons here for various things. You can click on this and it'll immediately just fill up the whole screen. Then all you got to do is position it. It'll automatically size it so that it fits the screen. But you'll notice that when I do this, suddenly this thing isn't going to quite fit, right? So I typically bring this out, you know, just enough, and you just got to kind of play with it a little bit to see where it works and what doesn't. But you can kind of center it, and you know, as you need more width, you just bring it back just a little bit more, and then bring it to the center. All right, so that's how this is going to start, right? And that way, you know that you got at least a rough sizing. It's got a little cinematic feel to it because you got like a little bit of an edge. I think a little bit is fine, but you don't want too much. Some people want to maximize it. It just depends on what you're trying to do. I imagine your cut, right? All right. So now in this case, I did not record the time in which I wanted to record, but I think we can do some skipping here because you can see how this is kind of playing out, and you can kind of skip through it. So I'm going to bring this out, if it'll let me. Oh, of course it's going to bring it to another screen. Let's try this again. I'm going to bring this out. Thank you. So that we can make this a little bigger to watch it together. All right. So now we're going to watch the, we're going to kind of skip through this video. So like, I'm not going to actually play it. I'm just going to roll through it until I see what I'm looking for. I don't worry about anything about the video. I just kind of skip through until I see what I'm looking for. I kind of go slow enough that I can catch it because it sometimes these clips are only a matter of seconds. They're not long at all. So that could have been it. No, it doesn't look like it. But I try to find that moment. And sometimes if it's a very quick moment, it's very hard to find. And you just gotta kind of go slower. You can eliminate some of the things that you know, like I know that this thing that I'm looking for happened at night. So I can eliminate the day scenes and limit my search a little bit, but this all takes time. This isn't quick, unfortunately. I wish that I had remembered to take the times. What's this? Let's take a look at that. No, that's not it. That was something else. We just keep going and going and going until we find what we're looking for. This is all during the day, so I don't need to worry about this so much. Now we're back at night, so we can slow it down a little bit. And you see, I don't remember doing this here. We may have already passed it. We'll have to see. Because the thing that I remember happening was on the mainland area. And I really hope it's this video, because I'd hate it if it was really on the first video, but I'm pretty sure it was the second that this happened. Alright, so this thing's happening so fast, or it's skipping so much that I'm not seeing it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start, well, let me make sure it's not at the end here. Accomplished a lot, I think. Do I do this here? Do I see the... Something's causing fear over there. Don't know what. That's also the way I need to go to get some... Just fear that just randomly gets you. Panic sets in for no reason whatsoever. Huh. This isn't really where I want to go. I just want to find the place to dock and rest. It's around here somewhere. Whoa, what was that? Oh, you can't always see the rocks. That's dangerous. That's no bueno. Right area, wrong clip. Very bad. So let's keep looking, I guess. So I'm going to start again, but we're going to look for nighttime sequences and watch the nighttime sequences. Because apparently this happened so fast that I don't remember exactly. Okay, so here's the first nighttime sequence. And we can kind of skip it along if we want to. Make it go pretty quick. Okay, we're going to skip it at twice playtime. Might even go a little quicker than that just to get through it faster. Still speeding along. Now I'm wishing I'd actually taken the time to write down when it happened. Well, lesson learned, right? You know, when I was growing up, I learned two very important things. I don't really remember the first one, but the second one was to write everything down. Okay, we're back in day, so we're going to skip ahead to another nighttime sequence. Here we go. It starts right about here. See if we can't skip ahead and find that piece we want. And he's just fishing away. Okay, we're back into a daytime sequence again. Go back into a night. And we're gonna see if we can't find it. Now I'm beginning to wonder if it was in the first video. Okay, still going through. Still going. Come on. Can we go even faster? Just want to find. Alright, that's that night sequence. We're going to go next. on this side. So that one's tomorrow. I wonder if that metal is going to find tonight. Let's search that. Keep looking. Searching around. I end up sleeping. Okay, so the next night function. Let's see if this has it. Still just sleeping along, okay. Okay, I go back out. Oh, there it is, right there. This is the clip I was looking for. Alright, so now that we know that this happens at roughly 29 minutes and 45 seconds into the film, we can actually start doing something. So let's get this back up there. Alright, so now we need to back it up just a bit to see when this whole thing starts. So we're going to back up just a little bit here. We don't need a lot. We just need enough to show it off. So, alright, so this is when I leave the docks. And that's starting at 29 minutes and 32, not quite 32 seconds. What are we at here? 29 minutes and 33 seconds. So, 29 minutes, 33 seconds. That's when we go. So let's get over here to make sure that we have got this all the way over. And we are going to look for 29 minutes and 33 seconds. That's going to be way out here. 29 minutes. So roughly here. Where is it? It's 29 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, here's where it's going to be. So we'll cut all this ahead of time. So we're going to use our cut tool here. We're going to come in as close as we can to make sure we cut it as close as we can to 29 minutes and 30 seconds. So right here, roughly. All right, so now we've got that cut. So we've cut all the stuff we don't need. Now let's watch this and see exactly how long it takes for this whole thing to play out. It shouldn't be very long. It's literally just a couple of seconds. Oh man, hold on. We're gonna pause this. Get out there so we can see it. We want to see it, and we want it to be larger so we can see the whole thing. Come on. All right, so let's see how long this lasts. See if we can talk to this boat. All right, there's the boat out there we're looking for. We think it's a boat. Where's it gonna land? We got, oh crap, that's not a boat. Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's going to be the title of our clip, by the way. That's not a boat. So we're going to roll with that. And that's probably about where we're going to end it too. So 29:49. So this clip is super short. I mean, it's almost 10, 15, almost 20 seconds roughly. So let's go ahead and put this in. So let's go to 29:49 in my project here. $29.49, here it is. And we're going to cut everything after that. So this is our project clip. Okay. So we got that. Killing that. All right. So let's pull this whole thing to the front. Very tiny clip. All right. And let's take a look at it and see how long this whole thing is. So if we look at this right here, this clip is just shy of 18 seconds long. Very, very small amount. Okay. So now we have our clip. We now want to have an ending screen, so I'm going to create one. For me, I use Owned for a lot of my streaming assets because I am cheap. I don't have a lot of money, so I use these guys to get my various art and music things for my stream. So I'm going to go here and go to my scenes where I've created some backdrops for my mobile shorts. I did this the last time I made one. So this is one I used for my last short, and I'm going to edit this to this current current format. Now, I am trying to promote my channel on YouTube with these shorts, so that's why I have this end page. I guess what you need to do whenever you do yours is figure out what it is you want to do with it. And I usually keep a featured section for whenever I feature other streamers. This last one I was doing a Remnant 2 short, which I was playing with Heimdall and Frosty Woman, so I included them in the shout out or the featured section, give them a little credit for playing with me that day. And you know, I should probably add this so people are, you know, and familiar with which platform I'm actually. I mean, I'm on here as Twitch, but maybe I should put that, and then maybe I can add something like YouTube. Also, one, and I could add others, but really these are the ones that I really care about for this right now, especially for the purpose of this tutorial. So we've created this backdrop. Now the thing is I've got to record this for a period of time with some music, and you know, I again use the music from Owned. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to update my template, my online template here. And once that is saved, I thought I saved it. Did I not hit save? There it goes. And then I'm going to back out of this. And then, oh, you know what? Let's edit the scene. I'm actually going to edit the name because I didn't realize I had not edited this name yet. And this is going to be shorts ending. Okay. Save that. Yeah, it's amazing how much work goes into all this. And you can, if you take the time, you can throw a little extra time in it yourself and get some cool stuff done. All right, so there's the scene. Now, I can show you my OBS and how I record this, but I mean, that's a whole other thing. It doesn't take very long to do. And what I'll do is I will sit here quietly as I record this for the next couple minutes. So we'll be listening to some beautiful music while I record. And I'm just now realizing that that's not going to be possible because I am currently recording. So what I'm going to have to do is, you know what? I think I could still do it now that I think about it. What I'm going to do is we will just do it on stream for a brief couple minutes. We'll just call it a break. How close am I to an ad break? Let's see if we can get this to coincide. You know, I can, oh, ads are running now, so I guess it's as good as time as any. So let's get started. We'll get some music going. I'm going to go with some suspenseful music since this was kind of a suspenseful suspense music. That's what I'll do. Let's see if we can shuffle. Let's find some music. Yeah, no, that doesn't really seem to fit, does it? We don't need to last super long. It's not really fitting it. No, not really the vibe I'm going for. What about this dark stuff? It will stay. Opening's kind of slow. It's got a bit of a bubbly sound, which is kind of cool. But I'm not sure. Maybe. We'll write that down as a potential one to use. But let's see what this one does. This is vanishing together. If you can't tell, I'm skipping ahead in the song. Trying to see if I can find something that kind of hits me here. Okay. Better. Not quite what I'm looking for, but it's certainly better. It's got a nice beat to it. Better. Got some wailing there. Okay. So about 3 minutes into vanishing together, that's not too bad. Let's see what else we have. Treacherous Path, okay. It's a very short song. That's not too bad. It's not quite what I'm looking for, but it's not a terrible one. I like the vanishing together a little bit better. Got a nice start. I want to hear the climax of the song, though. I like the violin. Like, for a kind of a somber horror kind of ending, I kind of like that sound. Okay, I mean, that was okay. This sounds a lot like the other one. I like how those high-pitched notes kind of throw you off a little bit. That's nice. But it's not quite what I'm looking for here. That's pretty. That's such pretty music, but again, not quite what I'm looking for. Let's check ebb and flow. This is Suspense and Restless. Okay, I like the tune, but it's not really fitting for what I'm doing. This is drone ambient, dark suspense. Okay. given that eerie feeling that we were dealing with in that game, or that little clip, I could see this for an ending. Question is, where do I start it and where do I end it? $121's not a bad start. So I don't really want it that long. So 121 to 125 maybe. Okay, that might work. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in my short ending clip. And now we're going to add the music to it. A little bit here. Give it a few seconds before so I have room to edit. I'm going to go ahead and start this recording. Okay, so we recorded a couple seconds of it using OBS. Let's bring that over. I believe I threw that in. Let's see here. All right, so I've got that now. So I'm going to bring that over so that that is in play. All right, now this I'm going to have to do a little modifying as well because reasons. Do another transform on this. Take this and we're going to... Now the problem is I forgot to set the format in OBS when I did this. And let me get this back to the game screen here. Hold on. So when I got this, or when I made this video, I forgot to set the video in OBS to a different format because I didn't want to screw up the stream, right? So I'm going to have to transform this to show properly. And unfortunately, this little button's not going to work because it thinks it's already in its proper format, right? But what I can do is I can come over here and copy these values. At least I'm hoping that I can, because if I can't, this is going to really suck, right? So this is the transform, and apparently no, I cannot. So I will have to just play with it and see what I can do to make it better. All right, so let's get this transform here in this screen. Let's start messing with the transform so we can get it right and on where we need it. Let's see, X position needs to come back. We need to make it just a little bit bigger. All right, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not here for perfection. What we are here for is to get this as close as we can. Could these be better? Probably, but I'm a novice and I'm just learning anyway, so we're not going to worry about it too hard here. Okay, so we have an ending screen that is now looking proper thanks to the transform. So when I come, oh, well, what just happened? Oh, I clicked off it, so there we go. So yes, everything looks like it's working pretty good. I'm going to bring this back. Look at this transform and bring it back just a hair, because I thought I saw just a little bit of black on the left. I don't want too much black. Just a little out of it is fine. All right. So now we, oh, well, see, now I got black on the right side. See that? So I wanted to bring it to the right just a little bit now. Just a itty bitty bit. All right. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and play it and see what we're going to do here. So let's see how it looks just with the raw footage right now. All right, so the transform on the first one's screwed up, so I have to... Well, I never fixed it. I never did anything with it. Let's see if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Where's it going to ram me? Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. All right. It comes on here. Now, this last part is lasting way too long, so we are going to shorten that. We probably want this thing to be no longer than 20 minutes, right? So we're going to just let it play for about 20, see if we can get 20 seconds out of it. So we're going to pull this up. If you can see how the sound kind of sets up, we want it to go just before it goes tall. I'm probably going to cut it off before it even gets to the end. So let's see how this goes. So we want to get this down. I want to try to get this down to like, I don't know. Let's say 22 seconds, and let's listen to it and see how it sounds with just that. Let's bring it down to 22 seconds. I don't think this compresses anything. I think it just lets it play for that long. So let's see how it goes. Let's start from the beginning. There's that boat. See if we can talk to this boat. Now this has got to be really hard to see on your screen here, so what we'll do is going to ram me. Pause it. Bring this out so you guys can actually see it. All right. So we haven't fixed this part of the video yet. Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. Let's see how it plays. There's that boat. See if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Where's it going to ram me? Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. Okay. The sound is fine, I suppose. It's not great, but I'm not going to worry about perfection. But it seems long enough for you to be able to read this. I think we're okay on the ending screen. So let's get back to this part. Let's get back to the beginning. How do we want this to look? So, what I try to do is I look at focal points. Like I don't want, someone looking all over the screen, top to bottom, whatever. I want to try to keep whatever's important in the center. So we'll have to kind of track it, and that's what these keyframes are important for. So with the transforms, we're going to add, I did this earlier, I don't know why I didn't hold or save, but we'll add a keyframe. So this keyframe is how this is going to run throughout the whole video. And then this is going to be when we transition from this basic setting to a new setting, right? So maybe we could start out like this, right? So you can kind of get a whole picture of what's going on, but starting like this is kind of hard because, you can't really see much on a tiny screen, right? So what I will typically do is I will bring this out a little bit, blow it up a bit, maybe not completely, but something like here. And I don't know, I'm experimenting with this. I don't know if this is really the right thing to do or not. So, this would be about the center of the screen, but we're interested in this little boat right here, right? This is on the far end of the screen. So we're just going to keep it right there. And then we're going to let it play out. All right, now it comes out back to this original screen, right? Or back out to the original format because I put this keyframe here that had saved the original format, right? And it's okay to do this to kind of show the whole picture, or maybe it would be better to start the whole picture here, right? And then work your way into this. So let's say we start back here. Let's go back to keyframe. And let's say we bring it back to, not that. All right, so now we've got the whole frame in here, right? We could kind of let people see what this is. And then from here, we can then zoom in to just the boat. Now, we don't really have to do anything with that yet, but we're going to get these in as close as we can to get rid of the black. And then we're going to move this back over towards the boat just a little bit. And this gives us a decent view, right? So now when we play from the beginning, we're going to watch it go do this. So it's moving in, zooming in. So you kind of see what's going on, and you're going to this bit. Now, if you notice, like this is the thing we're trying to go talk to, right? And if you look, you're just focused on this boat. So you kind of lose this bit right here, right? So what we want to do is add some keyframes to where we're following the boat that we're talking about so that when the audience is looking, they know we're talking about this boat back here. So we are going to get back to the part where we decide to find. All right, so we see the boat right here. All right, this is a good spot as any to do this. So we're going to come here. Now we are going to add a new keyframe. And now, instead of following this boat, we're going to focus on this boat. So now as we go through, we are going to be moving the keyframe, hopefully at a pace in which we follow that boat. So notice that I jump a lot there, right? So let's go back to where we were here. All right. And now what we're going to do is we are at a keyframe here. All right. This thing is centered. Okay. Let's see. That's starting to go off. So we will again add, I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but I'm going to add another keyframe here. And I'm going to move this just enough to center. And I might even lift it up just a little bit and zoom in a little bit to make sure that they know we're talking about. Wait, what's going on here? Let's see. Is the height what I need to fix? Yeah, maybe it is. But the height's not doing what I think it should do. So we're going to bring it up just a little bit. We're going to zoom in a little bit on. Okay. Not really doing what I'm thinking I'm doing here. Trying to keep that towards the center of our screen. Not doing a good job of it though. Not really. That's going to look a little weird, I think. Let's see how that looks. There's that boat. Yeah, see, it kind of did something weird there, didn't it? See if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Or is it going to ram me? Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. Okay. That did not do what I thought it was going to do. So we're going to delete this frame. Oh, crap. I didn't delete it. I deleted the whole transform. Look at me. Let's try that again. All right. Start here. Come into about right here. And we are going to create another keyframe, which we zoom in on the boat. All right, here we go. So we got le boat. All right, let's make sure that this does what I think it's going to do. All right, so we've now moved that in. There's that boat. And it's going to go that way. See if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Yeah, it's not too bad. At least you can see the boat the whole time. They're going to ram me. Okay, now I might want to, like just before this scene, let's see, before, right here's fine, but I think what I want to do is add a keyframe to like right about here. And then on this keyframe, right about here, maybe. just 1 second here. We will move my axis just a bit so we can kind of see that boat and me a little bit better. Where's it gonna ram me? Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. All right. I actually think that came out pretty good. Let's watch it from the beginning again. There's that boat. Let's see if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Where's it gonna ram me? Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. All right. So that's about a good 22 seconds short. Okay. So we need what? What do we need now? There's that boat. Let's see if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Now let's see if we can get to the second that we see that goes from a boat to a different kind of monster. Then you can kind of see the floating thing beneath it, right? I mean, it's already kind of showing up, but this is right around here. I think I want to add a sound effect. Something to say, oh God, the realization that something is wrong here. So this is at probably, let's call it at 13. I wonder if we do it at 13 seconds, right? So let's see if I can find a sound effect that will work. So let's go with let's take a look and see. I don't even know if we have sound effects in here. Let's even see. I know I've got music. I've got alerts. Emotes and more. Yeah, I don't think I really have any good sound effects. So what am I going to use as a sound effect for this? So let's take a look to the internet and see what we can find. So look for free sound effects. This is probably not the best way to do it because really you need good quality sounds, but let's see what we can do for free sound effects. Let's see here. Do I have... freesoundeffects.com. Well, that sounds like a great idea. Let's see if I can find here. Let's see. Let's go with like alert or something to give it like a... but they're not free. You have to purchase these. That is not really what I'm after. I am looking for free work. So it's not really free sound effects at freesoundeffects.com now, is it? What about Pixaboy? What do they got here? Let's see here. Silent. No. Not quite what I'm after. No. 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 Now that's actually not bad. Let's see if we can find some better ones. No. Nope. Nope. You know, it'd be really great is if I had like that Metal Gear Solid sound whenever someone was alerted. That's actually not half bad. I kind of like that one. Nope. That could be good. Dive, dive. No. Nah. All right, that alarm alert sound effect sounds really good. No. Nope. Nope. Okay, that's actually not bad. I kind of like this one. Let's see if it'll let me download it or if I got to join here. What does it say? Free sound alert. All right. Now, this sound effect is by Ribhay Agrawal, assuming I pronounced that right, from Pixabay. We will call this red alert, so that's fine. We will put this under my various content creation assets and sounds. So here we go. Now, before I put this on anything, I really need to take a look and just make sure. Let's see. By identity agree to our license. Let's take a look at their license says. Let's see. Welcome to Pixabay. Authors, artists, creators, royalty-free images, video, audio, and other media refer to this as the content. By accessing users' content or contributing to this content, you agree to comply with our content license. Okay, for this reason, for you here. All right, the basics. Welcome to Pixabay. All right, terms, Pixabay.com. These terms govern the relationship between Pixabay. Yeah, okay. By using the service, including by downloading and using content from the service or contributing to communication of the service, you're agreeing that you are entering into these terms with us, which, yes, that is my intent. You represent and warrant that you have full right, power, and authority to legally agree to bind to these terms. I do. All right. So content in these terms refer to content is referred to as content which is available on or upload to the service, but excluding third-party sponsored content over which Pixabay has no control over. Audio, which means music, sound effects, such, right? Communications, CCLs. Okay, some of the content made available for download on this service is subject to and licensed under the Creative Commons Zero content, CC0 content on the content. Is any content which lists a published date prior to January 9th, 2019. This means that to the greatest extent permitted by applicable law, the authors of that work have dedicated the work to the public domain, waiving all of his or her rights. CC0 content. Content worldwide under copyright law, including all related neighboring rights, subject to the content zero terms, and can be used for all personal communications without attributing the author content over CC or Pixabay. Contents license granted you for content, other CCO content. Okay, subject to prohibited uses described below, which you agree and acknowledge you are not entitled to engage in when you download any content that is not CC0 content from service. We grant you an irrevocable, worldwide, perpetual, or as long as allowed by law, non-exclusive royalty-free right to download, use, copy, modify, and adapt the content. You agree and acknowledge that the following items are prohibited uses and you cannot sell or distribute the content either in digital or physical form, which I'm not doing. I'm not doing anything as a standalone. I am using it as part of my thing. Okay, if the content depicts any trademarks, logos, or brands, whether 2 or 3-dimensional, you cannot use the content for commercial purposes in relation to goods or services. In particular, not print that content, merchandise, or other physical projects for sale. You cannot use content for any immoral or illegal way. You cannot use content for misleading or deceptive way. You cannot use any content as part of a trademark, design mark, trade name, business name, or service mark. Don't think that's what's happening here. In addition to the prohibited uses, please be aware that certain content, including CC0 content, may be subject to additional intellectual property rights, such as copyright, trademarks, or rights, blah, 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 blah. Uploading content or communications. We're always grateful when you choose to contribute content or communications. Well, that's not us in this case. Use of service. Okay, you may be required to register with us to access and use certain features of the service. If you choose to register for the service, please agree to provide and maintain true, accurate, and current information as prompted by the service registration. Okay. Well, getting free sounds, as it turns out, may not be as easy as I thought. Let's see. So CC0 content is what I'm understanding from Pixabay is something that I can use free of charge. So let's take a look. Use content for free. Use content without having to attribute the author. Modify, adapt content into new works. Okay, so I'm allowed to do that with this stuff. What I am not allowed to do is you cannot sell or distribute the content, which I'm not doing that. If content contains any recognizable trademark logos or brands, you cannot use that content for commercial purchases in relation to goods or services. In particular, you cannot print that content on merchandise or other physical products for sale. I don't think that's what's going on here. You cannot use content in any immoral or illegal way. Well, I'm just making a short, so we should be okay. You cannot use content in a misleading and deceptive way. Don't plan on doing that here. You cannot use any content as part of a trademark, design mark, trade name, business name, or service mark, which is not happening here. So I think I'm safe based on what I'm reading here. Terms of service seems pretty well straightforward. Let's see here. License and terms questions. Can I use media without making any alterations to it? Yes, you can download Pixabay content and use it in original form. The only exception are don't sell copies of the content without meaningful alterations. Don't sell an exact copy of a stock photo, posters, prints, greeting cards, t-shirts, blah, blah, blah. Don't redistribute or sell Pixabay content. We're not doing any of that. If I do wish to use media on a product like those mentioned above, how do I need to alternate? Don't need to worry about that. What examples of significantly altered media? Adding photo to a video montage, incorporating into a graded work, e.g. adding it to a book, app, or game. Adding the photo to any work where the reason someone would buy it is because of what they made. They're not buying anything, they're just watching a video. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. Can I sell Pixabay Media Canvas on wallpaper? Can I use Pixabay photos, images? I think we're okay. Not seeing anything here. Okay, the general license applied to the content you upload to Pixabay. Okay, I'm not worried about that. I think we're okay. So we're gonna, well, we'll end up crediting Pixabay anyway because they're the ones I got the thing from. So we'll get to that in due time. So what we got, okay, is we got a free piece from this person, which we will make sure to credit. I'm going to actually copy and paste this right here. And we will make sure we give them credit for our sound. So, we got that whole thing. All right. So now that we got that sound, what we're going to do is we are going to add that to our project. Hey, what's going on, B-House? Yeah, not quite the Jaws theme, but this is that moment I was telling you about that we needed to add. So we're gonna get this hopefully added. Let's see, where did I end up? Let's see here. Got that sound. So we are going to add that into our project. Did it even take it since I put it in that way? Probably not. Let's add it there. All right, so now we got some sound. So it happens right about here. We're going to add that sound right there. So let's listen to it now and see how it comes across. We'll probably have to do some more editing. There's that boat. Let's see if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. I think that's pretty good. I think the sound came out pretty good. It's a little loud. We might actually tone that down a little bit, but let's see if we can do something with volume control. I mean, it was pretty loud. I kind of like that loudness there. Let's see how it goes like for the small part here. We're going to look at this. All right, let's tone that down just a little bit. Just a little bit. About 10 dB or so. I mean, I want it loud to be obvious, but I don't want it to be so loud I'm blowing out people's ears. So let's take that down. See, we go. Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. That wasn't too bad. Bring it down just a little bit more. Just a tad. Just a touch. 15 dB, maybe. All right, come on. I have to just type it in because I apparently can't move a mouse that go. All right, let's watch this whole thing from beginning to end. The music for the beginning's pretty good. Let's see if we can talk to this boat and see what's going on here. Oh, that's not a boat. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. All right. I think that worked out pretty well. I think we have our short. Let's go ahead and render this puppy. I mean, I'm not going to do a whole lot with it. I'm sure there's a lot more really cool things I could do with it, but I thought that turned out pretty good. All right, now we are going to turn this into an MP4. I'm trying to think if I need to do anything special. I don't think so because I'm not doing ultra high definition. Hardware. No, I'm not doing any of that. So I think we're okay here. So we'll do an MP4. We got Angler 3000. That's fine. Actually, just call it Angler. All right, let's render this file. So you'll see here in a second that my computer is a little ancient, but we can render this clip in just about a couple minutes. It's framing about 41 frames a second. That's not too bad. Okay, so we've got this 28-second clip, which is a little longer than I wanted, but you know, it's not too bad. So let's take a look at it before we post it, make sure everything came out all right. Where did it go? It went to my videos folder. So let's take a look at that. Apparently that's going to be harder than I originally thought because it's not. There it is. Angler, here we go. There's that boat. Now, I always have to check the sound because sometimes the codec, when it generates sound, will add a crackling and popping sound, and I'll have to change some settings to get that to fix. That's not a boat. That's not a boat. Okay, that turned out pretty good. So I think we'll post that. All right, I like that. Let's do that. We're going to go with YouTube Haul. We are going to create and upload a video. I would normally show people how I do this, but I've got my personal information here, so I'd rather not post that. So we're just going to get that up to the YouTube video. All right, so what can I bring this over, or is it going to force me to do this? I should be able to do it now since I've got this covered. So here's the video, uploading the short, so it's processing the video now. This is just a gameplay moment in Dredge. That's all I'm going to put. And then this is where I'm going to put that sound effect reference. I'm going to put like a little credits part here. So let's see, music by what is it called? Endemic Sound Epidemic. What is going on here? Okay. I had background going on there. That's what was going on. All right, so this is gonna give a link. I'm not really needing all this junk. I mean, I just want to give Pixabay and the, hold on. I don't sound effects. Let's get rid of all this. And I'm not going to do any links here. And this is it. All right. So I gave them credit here. Oh, it kind of cut off the name. Just give me 1 second. So I go to redo this. It is by Ribhav Agrawal at Pixabay, right? And then music, we used. I gotta go look this up again because I always forget. So it's Epidemic Sound. All right, and background. Unfortunately, I do not know the artist's name. I just know that that's where it's from. If I find that out, I'll add it to the credits later. That gives us some thing there. I'm not going to worry about the thumbnail. I'm not going to worry about playlist. No, it's not really made. I mean, it could be made for kids, but I'm going to leave that off because that screws up the algorithm. Not a paid promotion. I'm not really altering any real life content. I'm going to turn all this crap off. It's a short. Nobody cares. Tags. We're going to put in dredge. Gameplay. Surprise. Scary. What other keywords could I use? Stream. Gaming. And angler. Sounds like a pretty good video language is going to be in English, obviously. Lots of options here on YouTube, let me tell you. Oh, I don't need a start date. They got that figured out. This is creative license. Anybody can use it. I don't really care if people use it for mixing. This is all free publicity for me if they do. This is going to be under gaming. We're going to put this game under dredge. 2023. There we go. This is what goes into making a short. Just a short. Lots of work. We've been at this now for 1 hour and 22 minutes to make a 28-second video. All right. So we hit that. We aren't doing any subtitles or any of that stuff right now. Copyright issues. No copyright issues found because I have done my best to make sure I followed all that. We are going to make this public immediately. And this will be my new link. So we will publish this sucker. And if you check my Discord, I will have, actually, I wonder if I can just do that through here. Do they have Discord listed? Tumblr, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Mixgoo. Not really. That's okay. Don't care. We published it and we will add it to the Discord for people to view. We will add it to the announcements. All right, now that short is available for people to view on my Discord. If you are interested in that, over on my Twitch channel, I have my Discord information out there. If you have any problems, please feel free to contact me. My email is also on my Twitch channel. All right. Oh, boat fishing. Good ones. I'll have to go add that. Let's go do that real quick. I can go here to my shorts now because this should be showing up there now. Oh, I need to change the name of this. This is going to be... That's not a boat. Almost completely forgot. That's my hook right there. My that's not a boat. And I need to add more things here. Fishing boat. There we go. Now that'll show up more whenever we go through it. But we have it. We have decent stuff there. I think I like that. So let me make sure that didn't change anything. That should change the name to That's Not a Boat. Yep. All right, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Our short for today. Now I will need to try and get the other short from Killer Clowns if I can find the clip. I've been trying to find it for the last 2 days, and I either didn't record it like I thought I did, or I am just not finding it. It was a very long session. It was 4 hours, so I'm going to have to go through a lot of footage to find that one, but we will definitely work on that. So let's save this footage and let's get on to gaming. I'd like to try to finish up some of Dredge today, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's close this first. Let's just get all this closed out. This is done. All right, and give me a second as we transfer over. Yeah, all shorts are in that 90-degree format, so you have to change it in order to get it to be considered a short. Now, you can technically do some interesting things, but it would require, I don't know, some users probably wouldn't care, but you could technically rotate the screen 90 degrees and get your entire screen in if you wanted. But I guess some people like just holding their phone the normal way and watching these shorts. But I've seen it done a couple ways. I don't think there's any wrong way to do it. I'd be curious to see any statistics as to what that might mean if you do it some way different, right? But yeah, that is a distinct possibility there. All right, where is, there it is, boom. Now we just gotta get this game screen to actually pick it up. If we can just get that to happen, we'll be set. My sound stopped, so let's get that going. Getting back to our suspenseful mood for our, I'm gonna try Mysterious today. Let's see what the Mysterious mood, see if it's any better. Let's see if we can get some better sound out of today. Alright, that's captured properly. Boom, boom, game display. Let's pull up Dredge, make sure it's all working. Great. So there we go. Alright, let's see if we can continue our game and check out the Devil's Spine. Alright, so I'm over at this place. Why was I here? Great question. Pursuits. I mean, I got a lot of these tasks that I can do. Oarfish, Gulper Eel, Goliath Tigerfish, and Colcan. Haven't really cared about any of these rare fish things. And I think we're pretty much ready to go, right? I mean, we just need... Put that up. Let's go grab... I can just keep these here, I think. Actually, that's a great question. Let's take a look at the map. So, Devil's... Yeah, there's 2 docks up here at the Devil's Spine. So we'll head up there after I... yeah, well, actually, I can do it now. Just straight up go. Alright. It's 15. Let's go ahead and rest. And then we'll head out in the morning straight north. That's where we gotta go. Let me go ahead and change the game. I forgot to do that. Man, I'm on top of it today. So, let's see here. We are now... Wow, it's all sorts. What happened there? What happened there? Alright. I am going to stop the stream, update this, and we will be right back. Just give me another few seconds. Hold on.